This is Alpha to Omega pre-reading Chapter 30, Athens Reacts to Bad News, Part 2, a continuation of Demosthenes' De Corona. Okay, so after the council members had prepared the agenda, that would be the boule in the bouleuterion, for the special meeting, they left the council chamber and joined the rest of the Athenian citizens sitting on the Pnyx, that's called. The Pnyx, a small hill west of the Acropolis. So here you can see a picture of the Pnyx. Right here, in the foreground where the people are walking, there's this area, this platform, and it's just by the Acropolis, which you can see looming off to the left. The Pnyx could hold about 6,000 people. So let's continue here with the Greek. Okay, make sure you get the right tense on this. Let me get a pen here. Make sure you get the right tense on this. Notice how it's augmented and lengthened. So, okay, here, pretty straightforward, nominative. Okay, and here. Now, this my direct object, but now, what case? What case? Tois. What case? And if it's in that case, how does it function? Okay. Here's another strange form you'll have to wrestle with here. Look at the ending. Right? We have a mende construction here with men and de, right? So, direct quote here. Remember, the Kerux is the official herald of the city. When you go to seminary, you can see as you enter the chapel, Kerixita ta Evangelion, announce or herald the gospel. Okay. Oudais. Here's a word from this chapter, and this actually is functioning as our subject here, isn't it? Oudais. All right, and now Demosthenes is talking, and look at how he does this with rhetorical effect. Okay, oudais. Everybody's looking for leadership, but no one wants to man up. Okay, this is part of the problem. Except, of course, according to Demosthenes, he was the only one willing to man up and do what needed to be done. Okay, so what construction do we have here, guys? New to chapter 30. Case. What is that? Okay, obviously she's, Dr. Groten's grilling that. Same thing here. Here, new case, or new grammar, this chapter. What case? What case? What case? What case? Give it a shading, excuse me. Okay. You could arguably say it. Here's another chunk. It goes with it. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Okay. Case. Okay. So what are we drilling this chapter? Okay. Now, here's another participle phrase, but notice that it's in the accusative case right here. All right? Ta erunta. Okay, but you can tell the case from the article, and that contraction right there gives you, this contraction right here gives you a clue what verb it's from. Okay? So now, prepositional phrases go together. Hyper, soterias. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. This sentence here. The voice of the herald. Now, active or passive here. Okay, and it goes with that. Here we have a predicate adjective phrase. Or, well, I shouldn't say it that way. It's a predicate nominative phrase, actually. Okay, It's a predicate nominative phrase. So whenever you have a verb to be, you're saying it equals this. Okay? Mr. Smith is the mayor. The mayor is Mr. Smith. Okay? It's a predicate nominative. So here we have a whole clause, though, that is a predicate nominative clause. And it's modifying phone. Okay? Now, last 4 lines. I think we only have 4. Oh, no, there's a little bit more. Okay? Now, in contrast, in complete contrast, al. Okay? Now, kairos can mean season, like summer, winter, fall, but here, the appropriate time. Okay? Or at that time, you can just say. And on that day, umanan, we have umanan alakai. Okay, so here we have the correlative pair umanan alakai. You know what that means. Again, this particular verb is you're going to have to dig for it. Dig for it in chapter 15 again. Okay, I find that chapter 15 on contract verbs. Oh, I take that back. That's not even a verb form. My bad. Okay. That vocab is down below here. Sorry about that. You have that with oinun right here. It's accusative singular from oinus. But you can see nous means mind and oi means good mind, so it gets the meaning well-intentioned. Oinus, my bad. But it all does go together with this phrase right here. Okay, but now what do we have here? Theta, kappa, that gives you a clue. The ata ending. Okay, here, dative, prepositional phrase, ex arches, from the beginning. Okay, another participle here. Os, we're going to study next chapter, the formation of adverbs. Kjarintenos, taut, procent, Philippus, and T, what he wished. Okay, and they did the things, Philip did the things, and what he wished, you know. Okay, ephanein here. Down below we have that note on ephanein, I believe, don't we? Yeah, here we go. I appeared, but in the sense that I showed up and did what needed to be done. Okay? Here is really the emphatic. Ego. What did ego do? Ego ephanein. Therefore, this one, I appeared. And par elphon, this also is a nominative participle modifying ego. Okay? And then this is what I did. Take that as first person, not as third plural. Okay, eisimas. Right, so conclusion. Demosthenes made a speech urging the Athenians to send an embassy to Thebes, a rival city-state in Boeotia, to secure an alliance with the Thebans. His proposal was accepted, and Demosthenes himself went along as one of the ambassadors. But in the following year, 338, the Athenians and Thebans fought together against Philip at the Battle of Chaeronea, but were badly defeated. And Demosthenes ends his political career by taking his own life, actually, rather than living under Macedonian rule. It's about this time that Aristotle, who was the tutor of Alexander the Great in the year 343, senses that, and Aristotle himself was Macedonian, senses that there's a rising anti-Macedonian sentiment in Athens, and so he leaves before they kill him like they did Socrates. So that's pre-reading for chapter 30 The Athenians React to Bad News, Part 2.